Welcome YouTube. Hope you guys are having a great day. Well, we're going to be reviewing a new game that came out, I believe, a couple of days ago called Conrad Stevenson's Paranormal P.I. I've kind of messed around with it the last couple of days with a little bit of time that I've had just to get a better feel for it before I did the review. So it's still mostly a first time player review. Just going over things. It's really nice as far as there's no tutorial per se, but the game's controls are actually really nice. You actually can put the HUD up top so you can actually see what your controls are, which is kind of nice until you get more familiar with things. But let's kind of jump on in here and let's take a look. We'll do the first map. So
Never thought I'd have my own office as a paranormal investigator. For years, I just did this for fun and rarely made any money doing it.
the guy talks.
I finally owned enough business to justify renting this place, and after several months, I think I got it looking somewhat professional. I also had my first customer visit in here the other day. I should look at the map in the back to get an idea of where I'm going to be investigating.
So it's like, here's, if you just want to leave the game, but let's look at our controls here. So flashlight is one. I actually use an MMO mouse, so I don't actually have to touch the number keys. I just can touch my mouse. So go to that, camera, audio recorder, EMF meter, temp sensor. So, and then F is, spacebar is to turn it activate usually is to turn on, except EMF just automatically comes on. Recorder, space.
As soon as I hear a noise, I'll press record.
The guy talks a lot, so get used to that.
There's nothing here worth taking a picture of.
But this game is definitely not, it's not a Phaz-like game. Where Phaz and Obsidian and stuff like that, where everything happens quickly. This is more like, and I'll use Nuzgard's reference to this because it explains the game perfectly. This is a paranormal investigation simulator, is what it is how I would explain it also. So things take longer. It's more like a real real paranormal investigation. Not as long. I mean, you're not spending 6 hours in a abandoned asylum or anything like that. But you're going in, but it takes a little bit longer for things to happen. So you just have to be more patient. Which streaming this will be interesting, just because of that. That I know things are going to take a little bit longer for it to happen. But until then, but yeah, that's one of the things I'm kind of liking about the game. Is it definitely gives me more of a feel for it, because I've done one paranormal investigation. It was one of the things this year that I actually want to do some live paranormal investigations. So, okay, baby girl? Alright, so as of right now, there is only one. There's two maps, but you can only get to one of them until you do. I think you've got to get all of the ghost types before you can get to use this map. So let me actually back out real quick. So your ghost types are residual. So residual ghosts are spirits who act out a moment of the previous life, unaware of their surroundings, replaying events over and over. It is believed that these entities, being oblivious to the surroundings, do not intelligently interact with their environment. Somehow memories of the previous life, for whatever reason, have been imprinted on the world. So basically, these are basically ghosts. They're there, but they're not doing anything to anybody. They're just reliving their life, and that's or a moment in their life is basically what's going on with the residuals. Sorry, my cats are acting up. So, oops. So intelligent ghosts, these are more playful. They usually are not harmful. Intelligent ghosts are named so because they have the capacity to communicate and interact with living. They're usually categorized two ways. The first category is of people who have passed away and are now spirits who mysteriously linger in our world. The second category is a group often refers to shadow people. Most paranormal investigators are under the impression that these entities left their life unfulfilled. This corresponds to their behaviors. In a rare number of cases, the resolution for the spirit has been identified and it disappeared. So, but these are like, you see shadows, things like that. Poltergeist, these are, moving items, things like that. Comes from the German language known as noisy spirit. Most research of these cases have been found. The activity started subtly and gradually increased over time, becoming intolerable by the homeowner. Sometimes these noises have no apparent source, and other times household items have been mysteriously destroyed. And then you've got your demonic. So think of The Exorcist. Demons are evil ghosts who are capable of terrible things. So these are the ones you have to actually worry about. Demon feeds on fear and pain. These types of haunts, homeowners can undergo psychological changes for the worst. So these are the ones that you really have to worry about. Other than the EVPs and unexplained cold spots, evidence generated by their types of equipment has been obscure. But what you're having to worry about, but apparently, from what I've heard, there's not a Discord for this game. You basically have to ask questions on Steam. There is a website though, but you basically have to. That your first house is this one up here, Evergreen Lane, but there is Polk Street. I think this is Polk Street. Yeah. But you have to unlock it. And from what I've been told, to unlock it, you have to basically do this house and do all 4 ghost types in this house before you can unlock Polk Street. And Polk Street isn't done. It is, I don't know how, maybe 3. I think there's maybe 3 instances in this one. So the game is still very very early access. And these 4 hunts here in the beginning are, until you do all 4, redoing them, like stopping and starting over, you're going to get the same hunt, the same investigation. I believe after you get these 4 done, and then once you get down to Polk, then it starts changing, I believe, but not definite. I believe when the game is more complete, let him talk.
They moved into the house about a year ago, and within the first few months, the wife heard odd sounds like footsteps coming from the upstairs as she was on the main floor.
So looking upstairs.
She was hearing things until I heard them himself. They have 3 children, and the 2 youngest informed Mom earlier last week they have seen a young child playfully skipping through the upstairs hallway. Mom
So we're looking hallway.
Children feel they have a new playmate, but she does not share the same feeling. This is unsettling for the parents who want to get to the bottom of this. I'm sure I'll be able to find enough evidence to support their claims and put their minds at ease.
Alright, so 1, get the flashlight out. So flashlight always goes in the left hand. And then, actually, let me go to tab. So how to investigate. I'm not going to go over all this. But you've got your passive tools and you've got active tools. Your passive tools are your flashlight, your primary source of light. If you turn on the lights in the house, he will tell you, I usually do this in the dark. He's wanting you to turn the lights off in the house. But your temperature sensor and your EMF are your passive tools. Then you've got your active tools, which is your auto recorder and the camera. I haven't determined if this is... You have to do this stuff in order. So once we establish potential areas of paranormal activity, we'll use our active tools to collect indisputable evidence. So this is where you're trying to find the area of effect of where the ghost is doing stuff. And then you're using your active tools to narrow it down, to figure out what actually is going on and try to get evidence to prove to the people that, like a picture of the ghost, sound recordings of the ghost, things like that. So, but definitely think of this game more as a as a simulator. But I believe later on the game is going to be doing more. It's going to be more replayable. So yeah, so we want to turn off the light and we want to turn this off. So let us go upstairs. So let's bring out one of our passives. That's not a passive. Oh, passives are 4 and 5. So the kids have been talking about that they've been getting stuff, that they've been seeing the little girl skipping back and forth. So that's what we're looking for. And if we bring out the changes to Celsius. Yes, I know I'm in the States, but I do actually like using Celsius. For me, it's easier to understand than to try to remember what freezing is and stuff in Fahrenheit, which I know is 32. But for some reason, I just like 0. 0 is freezing. Got it. But gathering the evidence is way more like a real paranormal investigation. Because getting this stuff takes time. One of the cool things I like about this is it picks up your light sockets. It picks up your... So see, that's a 2 because I'm right next to an electronic field. Picks up this. We used to... maybe not. For some reason I thought it used to pick this up. Because it should. But like it'll pick up the TV because it's turned on or because it's plugged in. So 2 there. Got another wall socket. Another wall socket. So you got all this electronics here. So yeah, so you have to be aware of all this. Oh crap! What the? I don't know what that sound is. Like, see, wall socket. So now we're just kind of like we'll check everything here. Yeah, I see that thing go off. I'm like, oh, and then I have to, but I see it go off, and then I'm looking around to see if I'm near something. So I kind of dig that part. Now the thing is, I don't understand. I don't know if you have to get the evidence in order. If it is, it's kind of silly. So, EMF, audio, photo, temperature, EMF, audio, photos. So we're not really getting anything there. So let's see if we have to get these things in order. So let's switch over to that. Ah, cold spot. What? Say something. Why is my guy not saying anything? That's a major cold spot. I think he wants us to get it twice. So just kind of wandering around, trying to see if we can get a second. Trying to see if we get cold spots. It basically got to be pointing in the direction to get your cold spot. Oh yeah, and it turns off every minute. Let's see it right by the vent. Oh, there we go.
These temp readings are unusual.
There we go. So if you tab over, I found some irregular cold spots, which makes me believe I should focus on this a bit more. I don't know if we have to do any more than this, or if we're good.
Something is going on here. These temperature readings are definitely paranormal.
Okay, so wait for him to tell you that these are definitely paranormal before you go to the next one. So yeah. But I'm kind of thinking that you have to get this evidence in order. I could be wrong. I'm hoping not.
These lights are acting funny. I should continue investigating.
Yeah, see, we're getting some decent fluctuations now. You kind of have to move around slowly. Hear that music? Ghosty's freaking me out. Yeah, Ghost is getting a little more active now. It's beginning to talk. It's beginning to make some noise. Yeah, see, we're not near anything for that high of a reading. But this is a slower pace than the other ghost hunt games out there. Hello. I've got dogs outside barking. I probably should have been switching over to the recorder for that. Which recorder is this, right? Yeah. Oh, let me do this. So this is the other thing I like about the game right now. Is you can bring up the HUD to help you. So you're not having to constantly think of, hitting escape to figure out what the controls are. The game, it will tell you.
EMF meter should not behave this way. This is paranormal.
All right. So we got that.
As soon as I hear a noise,
No, we missed it. So let's see if we can get it to respond to something.
is there anyone here who would like to speak with me? I wonder if I recorded anything.
We did those footsteps, man, and we just didn't get it.
Who would like to speak with me?
I was too slow.
Pretty typical. No response. Do you
This-
know why I'm here?
This guy reminds me of there's a series.
Let's go back and have a listen. Do you know why I'm
I
here?
can't remember what it's on Amazon Prime. But
No response.
it's basically a guy buys this haunted house. Doesn't know it's a haunted house. And he keeps getting all these weird things going on. The guy reminds me when he's talking of him, a younger version of him.
That was a very unusual noise. I'll keep that as evidence.
All right, so I think we still need to get one more. Let me get rid of the HUD. See if we can get, let me...
Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me?
See if we can get a response.
Let's play that back and have a listen. Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me? Maybe I should try again. Is this your home?
But yeah, it doesn't use your mic.
I'm going to listen to that real quick.
You choose, and you're playing him. So it's single player. It's not multiplayer.
Maybe I should try again. Why are you here?
Which for me works out fine since I like single player. Since I like soloing.
Why are you here? Well, I'm here all night. I guess I'll keep trying. Just leaving the recorder on makes for a lot of post-investigation work.
Well, I'm turning it on because there's like noise.
That was a very unusual noise. I will keep that as evidence.
All right, let's change over now to the camera. Bring up the HUD real quick. X. So, see, that's why I love. Just bring up the HUD, and you're good to go. Whoa. I wish the camera was a little bigger. But you will notice the ghost.
How rare to take a photo of a ghost.
We got a photo. Let's try to get another one. And yeah, photo is just a space bar. And honestly, don't even look in. You'll see the ghost. At least I'm seeing the ghost right now so far. If you're looking in the viewfinder's so freaking small. It probably needs to be a little bigger. But if it's a little bigger, it's going to be covering up stuff. You'll see the ghost here. Or see it other places. But I don't think, like, if I put the camera away, I don't think I would see it. Like, let's test that. Let's test that if we see the ghost again, we'll hide the camera and see if the ghost disappears, or see if we still see it. Probably getting ready to see it again. Come on, ghosty. But so far, I've not found the ghost that scary. I haven't really found anything scary. The sounds are a little creepy. It's creepy. I don't know if I'd say scary. But then again, I've only kind of I've only played the game up to intelligent. So I haven't ran into poltergeist yet, and I haven't ran into demons. So those might be the ones that scare the crap out of me. But I'm hoping this game, with all the maps, there's no way that it's going to be I want the game to have replayability. So I'm hoping once we get past these initial ghosts, and that we get one of each, and we figure them out, that then it becomes more random. Because I really want this game to be replayable. Because if it's not, then it's just like every other single player game. Once you beat it, what's the point? Unless you're trying to get a better score. Which this game really doesn't have that, so yeah. I don't know, I wonder if we're going to get anything. I wonder if we're going to get the footsteps again. I'd hate to leave and get the footprints as we're leaving. Speak of it. We didn't see it. Okay. Let's head out. Alright, it's a tab. I believe it's a residual. Finalize investigation. Head to the back. Okay. Our truck is over here, which I love. The Paranormal P.I. Ghost problems we can help. Call 814-489-1456. Then you got to hold it down. And there we go. So EMF evidence, we did perfectly. Temperature, we did perfectly. Photo evidence, we did perfectly. And audio evidence. We must not have got... There must have been like some talking there. But yeah, obtain conclusive evidence on the above mentioned devices. Supporting this fact, this residence is haunted. But yeah, but there it is. So let me go back to Let's Chat. But yeah, but there we go, folks. It's definitely a slow burn. So don't be expecting like Faz or Obsidio or like Forewarned or anything like that, which are more the ghosts are way more active. This is definitely more of a slow burn. It's way more like a real ghost, a real paranormal investigation. So go at it from that angle, and I hope you will enjoy it. If you're expecting it to be like Faz or Obsidio or games like that, then you're probably not going to really enjoy it. So I would definitely just take it that this is a paranormal investigation, that you're on a real one. You're taking your time, you're listening, you're paying attention to the evidence, you're doing a little bit of history on the house. Things that you would do in a real paranormal investigation. So yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope if you did, please give it a like. If you guys are liking the channel, please give the channel a sub. And I hope you guys have a great time. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye. Peace out.